Hello StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Major and viOLet on Frozen Temple. In the bottom right side of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It is viOLet. And in the top left side of the map, we have the blue Terran player. It is Major. So this is from their round of 16 series from Dreamhack Open Montreal that wrapped up a couple of weeks ago now. And these two players are very, very excellent. I would say that viOLet has an edge in this game because viOLet's been playing pretty well recently, but Major is no slouch himself. So we will see who will come out on top. Looks all the world like Major is opening up Reaper Expand. I kind of wish there were more viable openings for ZVT. Maybe a command center first, or like a proxy. I guess proxy Reaper is something that we have seen. But Reaper Expand is just so darn safe. So darn safe. There's really no reason not to do it, I guess. Anyway, I've got my Reaper name list ready. We're going to go ahead and name this sucker as soon as he pops out. And assuming it is a Reaper, because sometimes it can be Marines, we see the gas coming and we say Reaper, but no, this gas could also be used to make a reactor. But in the end, we'll see what Major decides to do. It's just the Reaper, even if it doesn't kill a lot of things, it forces out Lings, it forces out speed for the Lings a little bit faster maybe than viOLet would want to. And in the end is just a good psychological ploy to distract viOLet from the macro plans that he has in his brain. So it is in fact a Reaper, and this Reaper's name is Billy Joe. There was no backstory on this one given to me, so I'm going to go and make one up. Billy Joe was a good old boy from the land of Marasara. He was out hunting one day in the forest when suddenly some Terran Dominion troopers came upon him and said, "You are trespassing on Dominion ground and hunting Dominion Ursidons." And Billy Joe said, "What's that? What's that? What's the Dominion?" And they said, "Ignorance is no excuse for breaking the law." And they took him and they hauled him off to jail. And Billy Joe said, "I'm innocent of any wrongdoing. I don't know why you got me in this jail cell. Send me back home, and I'll stay out of your woods, I promise." And they said, "No, the only way you can return to your family and your home and your hunting rifle is if you kill Zerg for us." And Billy Joe said, "Where can I sign up? I love killing Zerg." And meanwhile, there are Lings over here. What the crap are you doing, viOLet? Why are you... Maybe this explains why Major's Reaper didn't go out. I was going to go ahead and dock him some points for not actually going and killing stuff, but these Lings are very suspicious for viOLet. Is this like Drop Lord play, or there are no Overlords in position for this to really happen? A bunker gets canceled. SCV Scout for Major at this stage in the game is a little bit brave, because there are Queens out, and there are Lings out. And there is speed coming. This is the weirdest ZVT opening I've ever seen. What is this Reaper doing? And why are these Lings hanging out in this corner? I don't know what this accomplishes for them whatsoever. Is viOLet like reading a magazine or something? Why? Do they let magazines into the booth? I don't know. It's a Hellion follow-up for Major anyway. Maybe the Hellions will go out and try to kill some things. Is that Billy Joe? No, that's not Billy Joe. That's Billy Joe. Billy Joe, do not die to these queens. Got a kill. Did he kill a creep tumor? Killed a creep tumor. All right, that's fine. How's about you scout, Billy Joe? How does that sound to you? Okay, checking for the presence of a third base. These Lings have speed very shortly. KD8 charge. Woo-hee! Catching a lot of them. Getting another Ling kill. Not too bad. Checking out the timing on that third base, too. Does manage to see that. Gonna hop up into the main. Be brave. Be brave, Billy Joe. Maybe hop up when the Hellions are in position. Either way, gonna get right down. The Queen is leaving. Billy Joe, it's a drone kill. Billy Joe has a creep tumor, a Ling, and a drone. 2 drones. viOLet. I guess viOLet's busy microing against these Hellions at the front because this Billy Joe Reaper is having the time of his life. Look at him go. 5 kills to his name. 3 drone kills overall. Don't get surrounded, Billy Joe. Alright. So, Billy Joe scouted. Billy Joe killed Lings. Billy Joe killed 3 drones. And Billy Joe killed a creep tumor. Billy Joe, congratulations. You have made it into Falcon Paladin's Hall of Fame. Welcome aboard with Keanu Reeves. Billy Joe, at the 4-minute mark, gets those kills. What was viOLet doing? That was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I mean, that... Alright. We're going to stop diminishing his accomplishment. Billy Joe is like a hero of the Dominion. Yes, he was killed, but man alive, did he murder a lot of stuff, and that's what it's all about. To be in the Terran army. Liberators being double pumped by Major inside his own base here at the third base. We have 3 queens defending, some creep spread continuing as well across the map, down the ramp, onto the low ground here on Frozen Temple, and the Banshee. There's a Banshee out, trying to do some stuff. Doesn't have any kills, has taken some shots to the face, I'm assuming from queens. That's the only thing can really hurt it. Although there are Spore Crawlers in both the main base and the natural, soon to be the third for viOLet. Yeah, anytime you see Liberators, anytime you see Banshees, just get some static defense down. Doesn't have to be a lot, doesn't have to be a huge number, but come on. Come on, I believe in you. Major taking a third base at the very safe location on this map. Not trying to sneak anything too far away from where his defense is. Ling almost scouted that. Almost scouted it. Got within about like two inches of seeing that command center and did not. So admirable effort there by viOLet. And viOLet is defending with queens and lings right now. That's pretty much all that he has. He's got a Baneling Nest, which is fine. Getting +1/+1 for those Banelings and the Lings as well. But this is a Hellbat push for Major, and this might cause some trouble for viOLet. Again, Ling's not very good against Hellbats, and sitting on the creep, you're visible. It's not like you're hiding at this point. And maybe scan and kill some creep tumors. Maybe you walk right up to these queens and just roast them alive. Trying to do it. None of the Hellbats are dead yet. Getting 1 queen, getting 2 queens. The Lings coming in, try to get a surround, but they're just getting absolutely roasted. Yes, a couple Hellbats died, but there are still 4. More and more Lings showing up. The Queen's getting nice surrounds, though, and yep. All the Hellbats get cleaned up. The Liberators are attacking here at the natural base. Doing a pretty good job. 8 kills and 1 kill. I think killing Larva counts, though, and I don't know that it really should. Yep, Larva getting destroyed. And hey, losing Larva does hurt the Zerg player. It hurts their ability to macro. Can't really argue with that definition. Queen's trying to find angles at which to kill these Liberators. The Spore Crawler is desperately replanting here at the natural base along the edge. Along the outer edge. No within range of the Queen, and boom! 1 Liberator ends up getting killed. The other one's dead as well. 2 more Liberators showing up at the third base. Again, killing Larva, it doesn't seem like much, but there's only 2 Larva here for viOLet, and he's starting to float some minerals. 900 minerals, 300 gas. Liberators killing more and more stuff, getting out of range of the spores. The Spore Crawler rerouting thing is actually working out pretty well for viOLet so far. So, Liberator with 10 kills. I think most of that is Larva. I mean, only 8 drones have died so far. Liberator sets up. Spore Crawler gonna replant. Ling's actually absorbing some shots intended for drones. So now manually focusing the attack on the drones. Spore Crawler replants, finishes it off here at the natural base. 2 more Liberators back at the third base, trying to kill as many drones as they can before the Queens get rid of them. And bam, 10 kills in the last couple seconds here. 18 drone kills for Major so far. It is 67 to 48 total Harvester count. And Major at 3 base versus 3 base. viOLet is taking a 4th, but that worker count of 51 is not really enough to fully saturate 4 bases. So viOLet's going to have to do some droning up here pretty hard, but he's not. He's getting +2/+2 for his Lings. He's getting Banelings. He is getting that hatch I talked about earlier. The 4th base along the bottom side of the map here, as you can see. And a push from Hellions and Liberators. Major's kind of meching it right now. I mean, Banshees, Liberators, I don't see a single Marine on the field. Interesting play out of Major. All right, so killing some creep tumors here at the very newly constructed 4th base. Banelings on top of the Hellbats. Getting some nice hits off. The Ling's getting a surround as well, but not quite enough. There's still 4 Hellbats remaining. A Banshee gets taken out of the sky by the Queens. These 4 Hellbats with no upgrades trying to kill these Queens, but that +1 Carapace is helping immensely. Liberators need to assist. Meanwhile, Ling's going to town on the 3rd base of Major, but Hellions, Banshees, and Liberators manage to hold it off. No problem. And these Queens for viOLet actually force away this push by Major. There are 2 Liberators and 2 Hellbats remaining here at the 4th base of viOLet, and I don't know. I mean, viOLet's kind of doing this thing just with Lings, Banelings, and Queens, which if you can do that, it's pretty, I mean, economically sound. Trying to drone up a little bit now. viOLet is making 6 drones at the same time. That should pull him up to 66 versus 68 workers. Major still has that lead, but he's lost the advantage that he had. Not looking good for Major, ladies and gents. Not looking good for our Terran player, but this is StarCraft 2, man. It's not over until it's over. Liberators trying to sneak on in to this 4th base. Once again, there are 4 Queens here versus 2 Liberators, though, and I'm just not sure if it's going to really work out. There are also Ravagers on the field and on the location. For viOLet, the Liberators decide to pass, move on up into the main base instead, and set up shop. More and more drones are going to die, you guys. Lots of drones. Lots of dead drones. 30 drones have been killed so far. Spore Crawler reroutes, gets some shots off on those suckers. Queens at the same time trying to stab, but might actually die to the Liberator. One more shot. Now, Queen gets killed. Another Liberator attack up here. Oh, those are Hellions. The natural base do get destroyed by the Roaches and the Ravagers defending there. And these Liberators, 7 kills and 8 kills each, still alive. Still alive. A Spire coming up for viOLet as well. And Major is, again, this is just kind of a Sky Terran Hellion Hellbat thing, which you kind of have to respect for how unorthodox it is. Hellions roasting up more and more drones. The Queen's just not hitting them hard enough and fast enough to really stop them from doing this. The drone massacre continues. 47 drones killed by Major. It's 79 to 72 Harvesters. A Liberator setting up shop. Unsetting up shop here at the 4th base. Moving over to the main base. But again, there's a Spore Crawler and a Queen. Spire on the way. And viOLet has a bit of a ragtag group here. He's got Roaches, he has Ravagers, he's got Lings. Upgrades are +2/+2 for the Lings. That's pretty good. Ravagers have that +2 Carapace, but no missile attacks yet. There's +1 on the way, but not quite finished. Hyperflight Rotors. Yeah, Banshee is going for that speed upgrade. Getting +3 ship weapons. Haven't seen +3 ship weapons in a while. Hellions coming back on in. For all the Hellions that we have here for Major, he's just now starting Blue Flame. So these are Orange Flame Hellions. Not as good as you might expect. Liberator setting up here at the main base, killing more and more drones. Has 16 kills. Spore Crawler replants and finishes it off. No problem. 58 drones have been killed so far in this game. However, viOLet's only down 79 to 76 Harvesters. So viOLet is replacing these about as soon as they die. But here comes a hit squad of Banshees, almost with +3 attack. That's a lot of attack. Attacking here at the 4th base, where there are 3 Queens, but I'm not sure how much that matters. Look at them burning down this. They're burning down the hatch, and there's the cloak trying to transfuse it to the Queens, desperately transfusing all 5 of them that are here, but it's not enough. And the hatchery falls. Banshees, Hyperflight Rotors has completed. Going after the next one. There's an Overseer here. There's a Corruptor here, but I'm not sure there's enough DPS to actually take out these Banshees before the 3rd base dies. 3rd base falls for viOLet. Small attack here of Roaches and Ravagers getting rebuffed by the Liberators. And some Planetary Fortresses that are getting tossed down. Banshees have killed 2 bases in about a minute. That was an impressive strike out of Major. Corruptor's on the way for viOLet. I like this choice. I feel good about it. Liberator trying to do more work at the natural base, gets destroyed by the Corruptor Ball, which is getting a little bit scary. 11 Corruptors in the air with 4 more in production. Banshees going after this newly hatching 4th base. It's gone. It is gone. The Banshees, they want to deal with these Queens. I don't know. They've got +2 Carapace, and the Corruptors are scary too. So the Banshees they run. With Hyperflight Rotors, 5.25 move speed is very fast. Hellions rolling in behind, trying to deal with some of these transferring drones. They have Blue Flame. I think they do. I think they have the Blue Flame. Hellbats transforming in, trying to take down this 4th base. I think they'll get it. I do think yes, they force a cancel. viOLet unable to take that 4th base as he wants to do. Banshees, mass Liberator here for Major, and just taking down Overlords everywhere. Hellbats roasting up long distance, transferring drones here at the 4th base. More and more drones being killed. The main push, though, being very effective. Corruptors trying to deal with these Vikings, trying to deal with these Liberators at the ramp down to the low ground, but that's it. A GG from viOLet. viOLet is defeated, and Major is victorious. What an impressive win for Major. Like I said, I think viOLet was probably favored coming into this, but wow, Major makes it work with Liberators. Continued Liberator harassment, continued Hellion harassment. His opening Reaper was brilliant as well. The Banshees showing up when they did, killing 2 bases, greatly crippling viOLet's ability to do anything. Lost 70 drones, which is as many as Zerg players make in a game, sometimes is 70. I mean, viOLet was never really able to get up the army that he wanted to. He ended up with 6 Corruptors, 7 Roaches, and a Ravager. Lost 148 Lings. I mean, he didn't lose a lot of stuff because he never really got up the army he wanted. He was continually having to replace drones instead of make an army, and Major took advantage of that. So, well done to Major, and that's it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.